Hello friends, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sana, mrs.perfectly.imperfect.keto, where being perfect is overrated and being imperfect is appreciated. Today is Friday, it is the last day of March, it is March 31st, and I am getting ready to start my 1 meal a day dinner preparation. What I'm going to go in with is some oxtails. I actually had purchased this at the butcher shop on Saturday as well. Let me go ahead and show you all what that looks like. So I have 4.33 pounds. I did take a picture of the package. What I simply just did was I washed these oxtail in some cold water. And simply what that does, you're gonna wanna wash oxtail because washing it, it takes out some of the impurities. So it definitely helps to wash it, dry it before we get to cooking it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all how I'm gonna cook these oxtails for dinner. All right, my friends, we're gonna get right into cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this in my Ninja Foodi. You all know how much I love using my Ninja Foodi, as it makes it so much more simple to put everything in this unit and not have to babysit it at all. So I have it already ready on high saute setting. What I'm going to go in with first is 2 tablespoons of butter, because what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to saute all of this oxtail first. So as you can see, I have some salt there. I do have some garlic powder, and we will get to that next. So I'm just gonna wait for this butter to melt. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and add in our oxtail. I'm just gonna add all of them in. So the pot is really definitely hot, because you can see some of that butter is browning as well. I'm just going to toss all of it in. We can definitely just stir and make sure all of this oxtail is getting sauteed. So I'm not too worried as far as when it comes to any overcrowding. All right, so we're gonna let that saute. What I'm gonna season this with is simply just the salt as well as the garlic powder. I'm going to add 1 stick. So this is 1 stick of butter. So it's gonna be 8 tablespoons. Depending on how much pounds of oxtail you have, this definitely can vary. So I like to do 2 tablespoons per pound of meat. So I'm going to go in with 1 complete stick, as this is 4.33 pounds worth of oxtail that I'm cooking. Once I get a nice good saute, I'm going to go ahead and with my seasonings, I'm going to salt and garlic the oxtail. And then I have here 1.5 cups of broth. So this broth I have is from a previous meat that I've cooked. I keep all of my meat juices, all of the broth, because it definitely helps me in times like this where I'm wanting to have some broth or some stock to be able to cook with, and I'm not having to purchase anything at the store. This basically is free broth for me, and you can see how fatty and how rich it is. So I'm going to go in with that as well, because we're going to use this for our pressure cookering. All right, so let me go ahead and take a look at these oxtail. So these are some substantially large pieces, and that's generally the way oxtail comes, is in these very large bony pieces, because it is definitely the tail end that we're dealing with. All right, friends, so I'm gonna go ahead and let these fully saute. Once I get them fully sauteed, I'm gonna update you all and fill you in on the next steps. All right, my friends, so I do have a nice good sear on this oxtail. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my seasonings. So I'm gonna go in with simply just some garlic powder. And then I'm gonna go in with my salt. All right, and let's go ahead and give this a stir. I like to add my seasoning now. I don't like to add it to the meat prior to searing it because I want to be able to gauge that my meat is truly searing and not just searing because of that seasoning and that garlic powder, because garlic powder at high temperature can definitely burn, so I don't want to have that happen if I'm adding my seasoning prematurely. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get into our pressure cookering now. So I'm gonna go in with our 1.5 cups of that broth. All right. And we're gonna go in with our stick of butter, and I have them cut up a little bit. That way I can somewhat distribute it around the pot. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pressure cooker this on high, and we're gonna seal the pressure, and we'll be doing 50 minutes. So let's go ahead and get that set up now. All right, so pressure high, and let's go in with 50 minutes. Because this oxtail is very fatty, you're not gonna need any other liquid other than that 1.5 cups. I do like my broth when it comes to oxtail or any meats for that matter. So that's why I go in with 1.5 cups. Some opt to not use any liquid at all when they're pressure cookering, and some decide to go in with 1 cup. So it's definitely up to you. You'll definitely see the results of this 1.5 cups that I'm using. So let's go ahead and add our lid. And we're gonna seal our pressure, and let's go ahead and start it. All right, so before I remove the lid, I will definitely update you all, and you'll be able to share in what the results were. So as soon as it sounds off, you will see what the oxtail looks like after 50 minutes of high pressure cooking. Stay tuned, friends. All right, friends, the pressure just released. Let me go ahead and open this up now and get rid of the lid, and let's take a look. All right, so as you can see, we have that really rich broth, and the oxtail is completely fall off the bone. So let me take a little piece out, that way I can show you guys what it looks like. All right, so as you can see, it is very soft, and it is very fall off the bone. So as you can see, it's shredding. All right, friends, so I'm gonna go ahead and update you all what my plate looks like once I get it all plated up. All right, friends, I have my food now plated up. So I have in a bowl that oxtail that I have pressure cooked in the Ninja Foodie. I opt for using a bowl because I definitely want all of that yummy juices that is in the pot as well. And I just decided to go with a side of just some soft scrambled eggs. So this is what I'm going to go in with for my 1 meal a day dinner for tonight. I want to thank you all for watching and joining me on this Friday. I appreciate you all. Take care, friends.